Hollywood just got a whole lot messier. George Clooney, once adored by fans, just unleashed some seriously shocking comments that seem to paint a divide between him and the general public. He's openly questioning if people can even think for themselves without celebrity voices to guide them. But that's just the beginning. How did this A-lister go from Hollywood heartthrob to seemingly looking down on everyday people? And what's behind this trend of stars like Julia Roberts and Jimmy Kimmel losing touch with their audience? In today's video, we're diving into Clooney's unraveling rant and why it might signal the end of woke Hollywood as we know it. Stick around because this Hollywood bubble might have finally burst for good. In the past few days, it seems like Hollywood's carefully guarded image has cracked wide open. Lately, we've seen a wave of celebrities from A-list actors and directors to musicians showing signs of breaking down and becoming defensive towards their audiences. And it's not just one or two. It's names like Jimmy Kimmel, Julia Roberts, and notably George Clooney. Clooney has recently been on a public spree, making statements that seem to reflect his frustration with the public, almost as if he's blaming his own fans for Hollywood's struggles. This behavior raises a larger question about the Hollywood elite's growing disconnect from the general public. The Hollywood industry itself isn't new to criticism, and many would argue it's been drifting away from the values of everyday people for over a decade, with the gap widening by the year. Now, some are even saying it's time for a fresh Hollywood, one that's led by independent creators who are more in touch with viewers. As for Clooney, we can recognize his skill as an actor, but his recent views on the public are jarring. He seems out of touch, as though he's speaking from a bubble and struggling to see beyond it. And he's not alone. Other celebrities are also doubling down on their opinions seemingly at all costs with an air of arrogance that many find off-putting. This behavior reinforces the perception that some of Hollywood's biggest stars are more focused on defending their beliefs than connecting with the real world outside their privileged circles. Many stars in Hollywood have recently faced backlash due to their controversial statements, and George Clooney has become one of the latest to add fuel to this ongoing debate. In response to criticism from the public, Clooney defended the role of celebrities in society, making a case for why he believes their voices are uniquely important. He insisted that, while some might label him a celebrity, he considers himself more of a voice for what he sees as moral or societal issues. Clooney argued that celebrities like him aren't fundamentally different from middle-class Americans, though he acknowledged that they possess something distinct, a powerful platform to voice opinions on right and wrong, a responsibility that he claims sets them apart. Clooney's statements dive even deeper into the divide, as he argued that judging celebrities based on their wealth, fame, or lifestyle misses the point entirely. According to him, this criticism reflects a warped view of societal structure. Clooney emphasized that artists, actors, and public figures serve a vital function. They help to convey important messages to the public. In his view, these figures are essential voices in society, providing a perspective that he believes ordinary people might lack, asserting that we do matter and we are very important. Expanding on this, Clooney defended the value of fame, arguing that having a large following enables figures like him to reach more people with messages he sees as critical. He noted that while some may question the need for celebrities, he believes they fulfill a unique role by sharing their perspectives for the greater good. For him, it's not about fame or fortune, it's about utilizing influence to share what he considers truths and to guide others. This isn't just about personal opinion, Clooney implied, but about something larger that he believes only individuals with such platforms can provide. Through his experiences in Hollywood, he feels he's gained insights that give him a responsibility to share his worldview and to act as a moral compass for those who might not have access to similar experiences. With these comments, Clooney ultimately sees celebrity influence as a mutual exchange where both the public and the stars need each other. Celebrities rely on their audiences, while audiences, he argues, benefit from the voices of those in the spotlight. For Clooney, this relationship validates the importance of his platform, and he dismisses criticism of celebrity preaching as weak, insisting that these voices are necessary to help guide public opinion and foster societal change. Julia Roberts has recently come under fire, and George Clooney didn't hold back in his defense of her. He views the criticism Roberts faced as not only unjust but emblematic of a deeper divide in society. Clooney sees this as a sign that our culture is fractured, particularly in how people view those in high-profile roles. He argued that society needs to reassess its attitude toward figures like Roberts or other well-known actors, suggesting that the public's perspective is often misguided. According to Clooney, individuals in Hollywood aren't merely entertainers, they're truth-bearers who offer insights the general public needs to hear. In his view, celebrities occupy a unique and essential position, one that supposedly justifies their often outspoken opinions on societal issues. Clooney's words came off as a strong rebuke to critics, and he suggested that people outside Hollywood simply don't understand the responsibility that comes with celebrity status. However, this stance has left many feeling as though Clooney is placing Hollywood on a pedestal, implying that the general public can't fully grasp the world's complexities without guidance from those in the limelight. His comments come across as dismissive toward anyone not living the Hollywood lifestyle, seeming to suggest that those outside of it can't appreciate the truth that stars like him and Roberts believe they're spreading. But what seems ironic and problematic to many is that Clooney, in defending Roberts, has set up a divide himself, implying that celebrities have a more valuable perspective than ordinary people. By presenting the Hollywood view as somehow superior, he may be deepening the very division he claims to be against. This stance has spurred further backlash as people feel increasingly dismissed by the celebrity class. Many feel that Clooney is underestimating the voices of regular people, those who live daily, grounded lives, far from the insulated world of fame. Contrary to Clooney's belief that stars hold a real voice, a growing sentiment suggests that it's actually the voices of ordinary people that carry authenticity and truth rooted in everyday experiences and values. Clooney's remarks may ultimately serve to widen the gap between Hollywood and the public rather than bridge it, with many people seeing his comments as a reflection of how disconnected some celebrities have become from the everyday reality of their fans. In his recent comments, George Clooney essentially dismissed the notion that ordinary people can rely on their own communities or neighbors for meaningful insights. Instead, he argued that society should look to celebrities, their platforms, fame, and wealth for guidance on right and wrong. Clooney's stance implies that Hollywood, rather than your own little neighborhood, is the only source of truth and understanding, positioning the film industry as a sort of moral compass for the public. This perspective is problematic for many reasons. First, Clooney's belief that people need Hollywood's ideology to see the light comes off as incredibly out of touch with reality. People are waking up to the fact that celebrities don't have a monopoly on truth or perspective. Many now feel that they don't need Hollywood's approval or opinions to understand the world. Clooney's assertion also perpetuates an us vs. them mentality, making it seem as if the general public's experiences and values are somehow inferior to the ideals pushed by the entertainment industry. This kind of thinking from Clooney reveals a deeper issue, a Hollywood mindset that places itself above everyone else as if celebrity opinions carry more weight. Many people appreciate Clooney's work as an actor, but his views on society create a clear disconnect. It's not Clooney's acting or fame that people take issue with, it's the way he looks down on those outside the Hollywood bubble. For many, this attitude exemplifies an arrogance that some celebrities adopt, acting as if their wealth and influence grant them a greater understanding of society's needs. Ultimately, Clooney's comments make him seem out of touch with the people who make up his audience. His notion that society should rely on Hollywood's elite is not only flawed but risks alienating the very fans who have supported him. The truth is, regular people don't need Hollywood to understand the world around them, and this growing awareness is only highlighting how disconnected some celebrities have become from the everyday experiences of their fans. So to wrap things up, Clooney's final point is that people shouldn't trust their local communities or neighbors when it comes to understanding larger societal issues. Instead, he argues that they should turn to celebrities for guidance as though Hollywood holds all the answers. This is the kind of logic that feels not only unrealistic but downright patronizing to those of us living outside that insulated Hollywood bubble. Clooney's argument reflects a mentality that's increasingly disconnected from regular people, the very fans who support his work. And it's not just Clooney, many in the indie industry, from Julia Roberts to other big names, seem to be caught up in this same self-important mindset. This attitude where celebrities assume they alone possess the wisdom to enlighten the public is a huge part of what's turning people off from Hollywood. Regular people want to make their own decisions. They want to form their own opinions based on their personal experiences and values, and they no longer need celebrities to tell them how to think. The more Clooney and others push this narrative, the more they risk losing touch with the very people they claim to represent. What are your thoughts on Clooney's recent statements? Do you agree with him, or do you feel like Hollywood is becoming too out of touch with the real world? Let me know in the comments below.